So then MJF comes out to the ring. And at this point, this Dynamite was paced really well, formatted really well. But then this was, he's marking out for Samoa Joe. He brings up WWE, guys like Rhodes, Punk, Danielson, Jericho, Moxley, Omega, but all of the names. And it's like, all of those guys are WWE guys, bro. Either they were or they are, other than Kenny. And it's just like, and Kenny, everyone's saying it. Everyone's finally again saying, I gotta drop a fucking dummies, yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
Because if you've been listening to this show, your fucking boy Phil Marks has been saying forever, Kenny Omega would be sauce in WWE. And now everyone's repeating what the fuck I've been saying. Just like other news that we'll bring up later, not even really news, but just things that I notice that other people I don't think notice. Call it pattern recognition, call it good foresight. I'm not sure, but what I am sure of is now you got even AEW fans going, damn, you know, in WWE's a good entertainer though. He'd be great over here, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, that's what I've been saying. Just all of his shit, like his facials, his posturing, his pacing, all that stuff would go over so well in WWE. But besides that, MJF just names all these WWE guys, and it's just like, you guys can't, and it's hilarious. Tony Khan, so bringing it back to the Punk thing, they're all saying, you know, Punk couldn't talk about Tony Khan and AEW on the mic because of NDAs. It's like, it's not even that. It's like, why the fuck would they even talk about it? But the whole thing is like, all AEW and MJF does is they fucking just talk about it, WWE all the time. But then Tony's got everyone on NDA, so they can't talk about AEW ever. It's fucking complete baby bullshit, man. It's just more of good for me, not for thee mentality. Yeah, let's talk about WWE all the time. It'll be great, huh? But then no one can talk about AEW and they leave NDAs. It's under wraps. Now, some people go, well, that's smart business. It's like a little guy sucker punching someone and hiding behind a big giant guy. You know, it's just such just little kid child bitch behavior that just drives me nuts, and it drives people nuts, and we can see through it. Here's the thing with WWE. They understand that fans are smart, and so they're innovative in trying to figure out ways to work smart fans. Right? That's why they do the little graphical Punk in the background shit, because they know people are going to dissect it, and they do the little, you know, like with the Bray Wyatt thing and the Punk thing. Oh, is that an X in the background? Yep, turns out it is. That's how they work the smart marks, the smart fans, because they know we're all smart. So they're innovative. They're trying to figure out new ways to do that while staying true to like prying on emotions and heel versus babyface. Whereas in AEW, they just treat everyone like they're fucking dumb. They treat everyone like they're little children, and it's offensive. Like, we don't see through this bullshit that's going on here, you know? And Tony Khan, we'll talk about it in a bit. He starts taking heat, and then the tweets come out. It's like clockwork. We know how this shit runs, and they think like we don't understand it. It's just like, you know, they really need someone with a backbone there, and just stop talking about WWE. Stop doing So MJF's whole gimmick is just talking about and putting WWE over and then redoing old WWE shit. Austin with the ambulance, the Bret Hart thing backstage. That's what they do. They're never going to grow doing that. It's like people made fun of TNA, WWE Light. At least they tried to do their own shit. You know, at least they're doing their own thing. At least they never just like blatantly, maybe there's a couple things that were similar, but there was never like so much. They didn't have Jericho try and redo his match with HBK and the whole angle after shittily, thinking it's cool in another company. Like, if this company's so great. And here's the thing too, again, you see all the AEW fans, oh, Christian and Edge, it's going to be so good. It's going to be the most WWE match ever with a Canadian destroyer thrown in. And you guys are going to love it. Why? Because it's going to be great selling, great pacing, psychology, storytelling. And it's just so funny. You know, the greatest match to this day in AEW history is arguably still Rhodes versus Rhodes. Cody versus Dustin. Why? Because it was fucking storytelling, you know? So it's just so funny. Like, MJF's so great. His match was so great. Why? Because he's at least telling a story. God, it's just, some people get it, some people don't. But anyways, he's like, I got a poster of Samoa Joe and blah, blah, blah. I think Joe comes out, or maybe not, but the lights go out. Ooh, the lights go out all the time in AEW. Who gives a fuck? The lights flicker. It looks like Retribution. A bunch of guys in black masks show up with the devil logo on their backs. They hold MJF down. They're going to beat him up. Joe's music hits. He sprints at the ring. All four men run away when like they could just fight them. Whatever. All good. Yeah, more mystery. This was just cheesy. It was just like, I don't know, just talking about WWE and little fat jokes and shit like that, And then, yeah, MJF accepts a challenge so he's going to tag with Samoa Joe against these devil guys next week, whoever they are. So I don't know, maybe very soon we finally discover who the devil is. I'm pretty convinced it's going to be Jack Perry, Britt Baker, Sammy Guevara, maybe not Guevara, but it's going to be like a faction of people. It's not just going to be one person. Or like they'll be like the main devil guy, but I don't know, man. Maybe it's Adam Cole with Jack Perry. Who knows?